you afraid to fly your pretty wings out.
What's up, y'all? So as you can see by the title, I'm going to just be discussing some of the reasons why me personally, I decided to lease an office space for my business. You may be at a spot in your business where you're thinking, is it time for me to expand? Is it time for me to grow my business? A lot of times we are at home, business owners, we are at home working, and it's doable, of course. We've probably been doing it for months or years, and then we at a point where either we're growing exponentially where we need to get out of our home because we don't have space for everything, and or you may just want to be in a more professional setting. So let's just talk about it. Me specifically, I have been an entrepreneur since 2015. Okay, I started out, I was an in-home daycare. So a lot of people don't know that, but I was a teacher, and I did teach the babies, and I loved it. And I did that for about 3 or 4 years. And I was designing on the side, and then I took the leap and I decided that I didn't want to do the in-home daycare anymore. It was very demanding. It was taking out a lot of time for my kids as well, even though the kids were home, but to have that quality time with just my children and I was burnt out. I worked too many hours. Of course, some of you can relate. When you're an entrepreneur, you want to work as much as you can because you don't know when the next dollar is guaranteed, right? Our 9 to 5, you go to your 9 to 5, you know you're going to get that check, right? So a lot of times, especially with me, I knew that I had to think differently. I had to approach my business differently, okay? So when I started designing full-time, about 2019, I was actually designing children's wear, women's wear, men's wear. I was just trying to find my niche, something that I really enjoyed. And that's important. You find your niche, you stick to it, you become a professional, right? You don't want to just jump from project to project. Now, granted, we got to do what we got to do for the money, of course, but don't lower your standards or your morals for it. But yes, you may be interested in doing more than one craft. There is nothing wrong with that, but it's very important. If you can find your niche, the sooner you find it, the easier it's going to be for your target audience to recognize you and your brand and what you stand for. Okay, so back to about 2020, when business was halted. Nobody's designing prom dresses. Nobody's purchasing a prom dress for a prom that they're not going to, right? In 2020, 2021, it was kind of funny. So I did get into the mask making. So I did that. It was amazing for my business. It helped me purchase a lot more equipment, so I was able to upgrade. That's important. Are you able to upgrade with your sales? Is it something that maybe your sales aren't as high as you would like it? Are you able to fund your business with the money from your clients, from your sales, right? And if the question is no, you may want to consider staying at home. Okay, so for me, it was very consistent. So I had great years. I had great months where everything was amazing. It was very consistent. I knew that around certain times that my business was going to get the amount of clients and sales that I needed. So, and then also remember, I said I was in an in-home daycare. So that means that I was in my house taking care of children. I was ready to go outside. Okay, so this was actually the first year that I decided that, hey, I'm going to take the leap and I am going to take my business outside. So what I did was I started looking around for different office spaces. Of course, we want a nice fancy storefront, but do not jump into something that is going to be more expensive than what you have either budgeted for or more expensive than what you expect. So I definitely want you to just be mindful. Okay, so this is another bill that has to get paid regardless, right? So you might find something that has a 6-month or a year lease. That would be amazing so that you can kind of fill it out and see if that's something that you want to do. Now, for me, when this office space is right here in my city, I do have a lot of local clients that come to me for different services. A lot of the services, they include custom wear for prom, bridal, birthday events, galas, you know, fancy evening events, right? So I knew that I would love to have a space where my clients can come. If I have some items in the showroom where they can purchase directly from here, they can come in, they can try on different items. I have the mirrors here. I also have this curtain here. It closes so that you can try on. I'm just gonna show you real quick. So you can come back here and you can try on your dress, okay? So there were options for me, and I was excited to kind of take my business out the house again, right? We definitely want to make sure that we are prepared for that. So things that I want you to think of course, are you ready to scale your business? Yes, we can scale in our homes. A lot of us do it. But think about the foot traffic. Where are you located? Do you want people to have your address so they can just pop up at your house unannounced, with people who have done that? Would you want to have a place where maybe somebody is walking down the street or driving by and they see your sign and they're interested? Maybe you can put, like for me, I can put mannequins outside with a nice dress, which I probably won't do because I don't want anybody to steal the dress. And I don't suggest you do that if you have something expensive, unless you just, I don't know, I just personally wouldn't do that. But if I have a window, which I don't, if I had a window where I can put my mannequins out there and they can see it on display, that would be great. But yeah, so maybe somebody's walking by and they're like, hey, what's this business? You know, they're able to walk in. Maybe you have business hours. So the way that I operate, I don't have traditional business hours because I am by appointment only. A lot of times you do have to make an appointment because we don't know what the service is that you're asking for. And then we may not have the time, the availability. We may not even have the materials here. A lot of people, they want things same day. We don't offer same day services right now. I would love to offer same day services, but that's not what this business is for. This space is for my clients to come. I want them to feel comfortable. I want them to have, you know, the open space just to chat about their design, to shop on our racks, and to just meet me in person. A lot of times we are communicating with people online and we want to make sure that they are not scamming us, right? So we want to make sure that the person is invested into their business as much as I want to invest into something by purchasing from them, right? Are you kind of getting where I'm going with this? So once you invest in something where they're like, oh, okay, well, this person has an office, they take their business seriously. Not saying that you can't scam and have an office, because people do it, but they consider that when they're purchasing items from you. So make sure that you are considering these things before you jump into a brick and mortar or you jump into an office space. For me, it's feasible for me to have an office space over a brick and mortar. Of course, it comes with, you know, less bills, and that's a little bit cheaper for me. So that's what worked for my business, and I hope that you find what works for your business. Let me know if you have any questions about anything that I spoke about, whether it's, you know, for my business or even your business. You can leave them down below, and make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share. Bye.